Yo, YouTube, what's crackalackajackasmacin? It's Waffleman with a video. And the Knicks have done it again, man. You know, every time you want to count on the Knicks to do something, they always do the opposite. It's always an opposite reaction, you know. One thing's going one way, and then the Knicks do the opposite of that. And what I mean by this is that if you see me on Twitter yesterday, and by the way, follow me on Twitter, link is in the description. But if you see me on Twitter, I said I wanted the Knicks to lose last night to the San Antonio Spurs. Because listen, of course, out of all the teams the Knicks face, losing to the Wizards, losing to the Cavs, losing to the Lakers, getting blown out by the Lakers, losing to the Sixers, the one team, of course, they beat is the Spurs when you don't need the Knicks to beat the Spurs, man. Now, shout out to the Knicks, shout out to Carmelo Anthony. They all had good games out there. Melo hit some crazy clutch-ass shots, 21 points in the second half. So, it's good to see that the Knicks actually had some energy. But, listen, I don't care about this season anymore, bro. We ain't gonna beat the Cavaliers. We ain't beating the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? The team is not even near the playoffs right now. Let's just tank, bro. We're in the perfect position to tank. Trade Carmelo, see if we can get a pick back. Trade Derrick Rose, see if we can get a pick back. That's all that matters right now, man. Just build a young core. But let's get on to the topic of the video, bro. And that's the Knicks organization, which is very toxic. Now, what am I talking about? The toxic organization. First of all, you got James Dolan. This nigga is bugging OD. This nigga, first of all, the Knicks haven't been relevant ever since James Dolan came back, became an owner. The Knicks haven't been relevant. It's facts. And what he did by banning Charles Oakley from the Knicks arena, it's just unbelievable what he's done that. I mean, it's like, come on, man. This man gave his heart and soul to the Knicks, and you're gonna ban him like that? So this is what James Dolan did yesterday. Yesterday, he sat next to Latrell Sprewell, Larry Johnson, and Bernard King, 3 former Knicks players. And you might be wondering, well, Waffle, what's the problem with that? First of all, he hasn't done that. When's the last time he's done that? Of course, when Charles Oakley, the week that Charles Oakley gets into this trouble at the Garden, of course this is when that, James Dolan wants to make himself look good. Make himself look good to the public. So he's bringing all these old Knicks players, sitting next to them, making sure that he looks good in front of the public eye. But in all good and well, Latrell Sprewell, when is the last time you've seen Latrell Sprewell at Madison Square Garden? When's the last time? Exactly my point. These players don't get any respect from the Knicks organization. It's really a shame. And now we talk about James Dolan being such a bad owner, right? Let's talk about Phil Jackson being the president, throwing Carmelo Anthony under the bus, talking bad about Carmelo Anthony on Twitter, throwing shots. His friend talking about Carmelo Anthony, saying that he doesn't want to win and he's not a winner and stuff like that. He's not working hard. In this sense, right? And even Phil Jackson's comments about LeBron James a couple months ago. What makes you think any free agent wants to come to New York? I always blame the New York Knicks for not attracting free agents because of the media and stuff like that. But honestly, when I look at it, it's really not the players on the Knicks. I'm not sure that it's not because of the Knicks don't have any talent on their team. It might be because the New York media and the garbage organization. I mean, who wants to play for James Dolan? If you're going to become a Knicks player and James Dolan is not going to reward the Knicks players that have been playing for them throughout the years, like Charles Oakley, and just ban them from the arena, Latrell Sprewell, ban him from the arena for a couple years, what makes you think other free agents are going to come here? And then you look at Phil Jackson, right? What makes you think LeBron, come on, Phil Jackson disrespected LeBron James. LeBron James is probably going around saying, don't go to the Knicks. That's a toxic organization. What do you think Carmelo Anthony is telling his people about the New York Knicks? How Phil Jackson's treated Carmelo Anthony. You think Carmelo Anthony wants people to come to the Knicks? It's a toxic environment. It's terrible. No free agent wants to come here. Think about it. It's because of Phil Jackson and James Dolan. If James Dolan and Phil Jackson were gone and we had a different owner that was at least cared about the team, didn't care about his own selfish ego and stuff like that, the Knicks will probably be better, man. But you got Phil Jackson to deal with, you got James Dolan to deal with, and then you got the New York media to deal with. So you got three things. I mean, the New York media is always gonna be a given. But the fact that your organization is toxic itself, it's just a damn shame, bro. I mean, it's really gone to hell, to be honest, man. It's really a disappointment, man. I mean, no free agent is gonna come here. Carmelo Anthony's probably telling the other players, like, don't come here. It's a waste of time. You got Phil Jackson throwing Carmelo under the bus. Like, bro, what is the point of that? You're devaluing Carmelo Anthony. At the same time, you're making the Knicks, listen, the Knicks are the most irrelevant team. Or actually, no, they're the most irrelevant team. If you know what I'm saying. The Knicks are irrelevant. They're irrelevant. But somehow, the Knicks being irrelevant makes them relevant. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks are so bad. So bad. They're such a disappointment. But every single week, every single day, there's something about the Knicks that's going on. Knicks that, Knicks this, Phil Jackson this, Carmelo Anthony that, James Dolan, Charles Oakley, all this shit happening every single week. Remember when Derrick Rose goes missing? Remember when Derrick Rose went missing? That was a long time ago. I know you don't forget that. And that was just 4 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. Derrick Rose went missing for a game. Nobody knew where he was. And like, the Knicks is just a circus, bro. It's crazy. Every season, beginning of the season, Knicks fans, everyone was like, we got a chance this season. No, nigga. I'm not doing that shit no more, man. The Knicks don't have any other chance. And even Spike Lee put on his Charles Oakley jersey yesterday, bro. I mean, when you got people like Charles Oakley speaking about, not Charles Oakley, Spike Lee speaking against James Dolan. Spike Lee saying he's gonna pack Phil Jackson's bag for him. You got Michael Rappaport talking bad about James Dolan and Phil Jackson. If you guys know the Loopy Blocker, he talks bad about Phil Jackson and James Dolan. And now you got me. I know I'm not as big as those guys yet, right? But you know, I got a good audience. I get about what, 2,000, 3,000, sometimes 5,000 views on my Knick videos, shit like that. Sometimes 10,000 depending on what I'm talking about. So you got me saying it, bro. It's not like, listen, man, New York is about its fans, bro. And listen, if I had money, if I was a billionaire, I would have bought the New York Knicks. I swear on my life, bro. That is going to be one of my life goals, man. To purchase the New York Knicks somehow, some way. I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's probably very unlikely. But in the chance that I do have the amount of money to purchase the Knicks one day, I will do it. I will treat this franchise with respect, man. The players will be respected. Respected. Ain't nobody, y'all niggas don't understand, man. But anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section, man. I'm out for now. Peace.